Nationwide, by your side, Talk Radio and Talk TV.
Hello, good evening. It's Petrie here until 1 o'clock tomorrow morning. And we're going to talk films now. And if you want to know about films, Van is the man. I'm sure he's heard that a million times before. Van Connor joins me now, who's a film critic. How many times have you heard that, Van?
Oh, once or twice, yeah, Petrie. How you doing? Pleasure as always.
Pleasure as always, yeah. I've heard Petrie Dish, Petrified. I mean, yeah, there's nothing new, is there? I'm very well indeed. It's lovely to see you. Tell me about the films you've got this week. Totally Killer sounds right up my street, or is it a really, really scary one?
No, actually, this one I think you'll really enjoy. So this is what you get if you combine Back to the Future and Scream. Ooh. So you've got teenage girl, slasher, serial killer, and time travel. Wow. So the idea here is that Kiernan Shipka from the Netflix Sabrina series is the daughter of Julie Bowen, who in the 1980s was one of a cadre of teenage girls who survived a Scream-style spree killer, a slasher killer in their small town. The daughter finds herself going back in time, like through a Zoltar big-style time machine to the 1980s, where, armed with the knowledge of the future and all its wokeness, she has to team up with her younger mum and take down the killer in the past. Literally, Back to the Future and Scream at the same time. So this is on Amazon Prime now. Like I say, it's called Totally Killer. I've got a clip for you, and this is daughter meeting teenage mum.
I'm Jamie from Canada.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to shake your hand because I'm not 45 and a man.
Come over after school and you can set up for the party while I do my hair.
Okay.
You know, where I'm from, birthday parties are considered so lame. Like, I don't know, maybe you should cancel it.
Maybe you should off and die.
Jesus, Mom. Mamacita. Ay. Ay, ay, ay. Mamacita.
Oh. ¿Hablas español? Está bien. Vete a la mire, more.
3 years of Spanish, bitch.
Ooh. I think I'm going to like
Girls
that.
as well.
Yeah, I think I like that. That looks good. So that's on Amazon Prime right now.
That is on Prime Video now. It's called Totally Killer, and it's I think it's directed by long-time American dad writer Nahnatchka Khan, who's always been a really sharp scribe anyway, and definitely is the right candidate for this one. So this hasn't overlapped with the movie Freaky from a couple of years ago with Vince Vaughn. If you're a fan of that or Happy Death Day, check this one out. This is very much along similar lines. I think it's a good sort of trilogy watch with those two as well. So like this, Freaky, Happy Death Day, good triple bill, I think.
Oh, excellent. That's Sunday sorted. After church, obviously. Now, The Burial. Tell me about that.
Well, you said church, so The Burial. Right, so The Burial, which is based on a true story. This stars Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones, and it's very
what
much...
a cast already.
You don't know the half of it. Believe me, this is the definition of they don't make them like they used to. So, this is set in 1995, based on a true story, and the film itself feels like you would have released this in 1995 and made a fortune. It's very telling that it then comes to Amazon Prime this week. So, rather than cinemas where this would have made a killing way back, where it's the true story of an independent, family-run funeral home owner, played by Tommy Lee Jones, who takes on a flashy, like, ambulance-chasing personal injury attorney type, played by Jamie Foxx, and they take this big evil funeral conglomerate to court for unfair business practices, where they have basically taken Tommy Lee Jones's family business and bled it dry to then buy it for pennies, effectively. But of course, as Jamie Lee Foxx knows, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jamie Foxx, bit of confusion there. As Jamie Lee Foxx, there's a mashup I want to see. As Jamie Lee Foxx knows, no company is limited to one little transgression. So in going after the one that he knows they have committed, he braces himself for what's left to come. And the revelations that emerge are frankly staggering. So I've got a clip for you. This is Jamie Lee Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones throwing out on a plane.
You're a fighter.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a fighter.
You are too, Jerry. You're a fighter, man. You know why I say you're a fighter? Going up against this big loan group, man. Small business owner, man. That's something, Doc. That's why we connect. What made you want to do it?
Because he tried to mess with the one thing that means the most to me in life. Being able to leave something behind for my children, my grandchildren, when I go. They have a legacy, Willie. And I do mean to pass it on to them.
Oh, that sounds good. A great cast.
Really good.
Yeah. Both on Amazon. We did all you've done.
Both on.
Yeah.
Yes, they've had their spinach this week over at Prime. I think they've definitely had their spinach this week. They're cranking them out. The Burial is very much, it's the kind of film you and I have reviewed similar films in the past and very much sort of like enjoyed, like, oh, they don't make them like this anymore.
Yeah.
This is very, very much one of those. Definitely check this one out.
At least it's not a 2 or a 3 or a prequel or one of those that I try.
This takes you back to when. Do you remember a time when there used to be a John Grisham adaptation every week? I miss when there was a John Grisham adaptation in cinemas every month. Yeah. This took me back to that mid-90s. This was a Chris O'Donnell away from perfection. Yeah. When cinema was cinema.
When people didn't have their mobile phones on, Van, all the way through a film.
They didn't exist when this movie was set.
Exactly. Talk to me about Chris Rock, who I think is fabulous, to direct and produce a biopic.
Yeah, like a slap that came out of nowhere. Chris Rock is going to be he's going to be producing and directing an adaptation of the novel King Alive, not a novel, non-fiction novel King Alive, which is a biopic of Martin Luther King Jr. And this is, I think, going to be only the 4th film that Chris Rock has ever actually directed. I know he directed Top 5.
Is he
quite
any
recently.
good directing?
He's not bad. He's not a bad director. I think he's a better performer than he is a director, to be fair. But he directs a lot of his stage work as well, of his stage shows like Netflix and like. He actually does direct, strangely enough, because he runs his own.
Mind you, if you're an actor, you'd do what he told you, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
He's a big fella. You want me to do that? Yep, I'll do it. Yep.
Seems like quite a broad look at Martin Luther King, though. So, which is, to be fair, I think something we've not really had. Because we had Selma a few years ago with David Oyelowo, but that was about specific events in Selma. This looks like it's going to cover slightly more. So, and no title. I presume they're going to call it King Alive. But that is the novel they're basing on. So Chris Rock is going to be making the Martin Luther King biopic for us.
And another 90s classic to become a musical. Why is everything got to be set to music at the moment, Van? I mean, they'll be doing a musical of your film reviews with me next.
Hey, I would sing and dance with you, Petrie, any time.
You wouldn't if you heard my singing voice, I tell you that.
But I can imagine the moves you'd pull, and that's what counts.
I can pull the moves.
Exactly.
But this is a teen classic.
Yes, The Craft from 1996, which is a seminal touchstone. I mean, God, every woman I know loves The Craft. Every man I know loves The Craft. Everyone I know loves The Craft. According to Peter Filardi, who wrote that movie in 1996, which you've never seen, stars Nev Campbell, Fruza Bork, about 4 witches, and it became the big pop culture thing that would give birth to the rise of Charmed, for instance, in the late 90s. Yeah. Well, Peter Filardi, who wrote that, apparently was approached by a production company who have a track record of creating musical stage adaptations of movies, and they asked him if they could pitch The Craft, and he has responded with, yes, absolutely, go to town, do it must be done, and that's it. So there's not a definite thing, but apparently it is being pitched around. There is a Craft musical, and I am down for it. I mean, on top of just being a great movie, The Craft is also one of the hottest movies ever made.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know if you've heard about this, but one of my other pals and contributors to this program.
So you're a goth witch as well, Petrie?
Yeah, of course I'm a witch. But is doing Die Hard, the musical.
Oh. Can you get me a role? I've always wanted to be Ellis.
It's true, isn't it?
I'd be a great Ellis. Hey, John Boy.
Die Hard the musical. It started a whole argument as to whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not, and I think
yes, it is. It is. It's totally a Christmas movie.
It isn't.
It
Just
is.
'cause it's
It
shown
is.
at
I'm sorry, it
Christmas
is.
and it's got a tree in it. It is not a Christmas movie.
Do you know why Die Hard specifically is a Christmas movie? This is a really weird thing, and it's so brilliantly bald-faced. The reason that Die Hard is a Christmas movie is because back in the days when they made Die Hard, the writers knew that if they set the movie at Christmas and made it such an essential thing,
Rubbish, Van. We're going to have to end it there.
It meant that TV stations had to
had to show it at Christmas. No way, Van. Thank you very much.